Pretty boy Floyd Mayweather looks to get his belt back from Victor Ortiz in Sin City.
I'm finna get in and destroy this kid.
And it's the Battle of the Jakes in the Big Easy.
You win position, you win fights.
This is Fight Network's preview show.
That's badass.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Davis and you're watching Fight Network's preview show. Before we take a look at UFC's Fight Night 25 with John Ramdeen and Robin Black, Corey Erdman will join me to break down the boxing matches set for this weekend. We're starting with Golden Boy's star power as Floyd Mayweather takes on Victor Ortiz. The WBC welterweight title is on the line when undefeated six-time champion Floyd Mayweather clashes with current WBC champion vicious Victor Ortiz. Mayweather has only fought twice in the last 2 years, outclassing Juan Manuel Marquez and Shane Mosley, while Ortiz has been active and won his title with a unanimous decision over Andre Berto in April.
Ortiz is very good fighter. He's southpaw. He is good power. I see the fight with Berto. It's very spectacular fight.
My theory is, first of all, Mayweather been finding reasons not to fight Pacquiao. It's hard for me to have confidence in a man that doesn't have confidence in himself. He fought a close fight, well, not a close fight, but a scary fight with Sugar Shane Mosley that proven to be at the end of his career and not since then fought anybody fight a challenge to any competitive fight in any of the competition he's been in since then. So that led me to believe that Mayweather is not clicking on all cylinders.
I don't think Mayweather is untouchable, as Shane Mosley proved in his last fight with Mayweather. But you know, he's by far the best fighter, pound for pound, in boxing. But he's got a young, hungry guy with nothing to lose in Victor Ortiz, who wants to prove himself. So I think it could be a little tough for Floyd early on, but you know, Floyd's the man he is for a reason, and he'll take over the fight and he'll dominate Victor Ortiz and maybe even stop him late.
Whatever the strongest point is of a fighter, what we do is we believe in taking that away. We truly believe in breaking the guy down. We see an opportunity to go for the kill, that's what we'll do. But this fight, he's looking for the knockout, and I'm looking for the knockout, so I can guarantee you guys it won't go the distance. I can guarantee you. It's difficult when you're facing a guy like me. And, of course, when you get in a fight of this magnitude, I mean, it's not the same way. Let me apologize for him because I heard he was kind of disrespectful to the writers and to the media on the conference call last week. So let me apologize to him. You know, like I said before, he's young. He's never been on this level before. So, you know, it's like, you know, I'm older. I've been here before. I know what it takes. And it's just very, very difficult on this level. And we must see how it's going to all play out September 17th.
Having been off for over a year, Floyd Mayweather has a lot of work to do in order to prepare himself for such a young, hungry opponent in Victor Ortiz. Although Mayweather always exudes confidence, it would be difficult for any fighter to come off such a long layoff and perform at the level he is expected to on Saturday night. His training and preparation is flawless, spending more hours in the gym than anyone.
There's no way that you can beat Floyd Mayweather because there's no green print on how to beat me. And I don't say blueprint, it's the green print, because if you do beat me, that's when you get all the green.
But will this be enough to hold off a young, aggressive fighter who seems to be driven on by dreams of grandeur?
I've been down for too long, and I'm just up there with one of the greats of all time. And that, to me, that's badass.
Pretty Boy will definitely be prepared mentally, as he is one of the toughest fighters in the game today.
I was born for this. I was born to be on this level. I was born to handle it.
On the other hand, Ortiz also has a lot to think about, stepping way up in competition to face a fighter that nobody has come close to beating.
Shane can't handle the speed and the coordination of Mayweather. It's that simple.
Recently, his heart was questioned in his fight against Marcos Maidana when the boxing world hailed him as a coward.
I don't know. We'll see what happens from here on out, man. I'm young, but I don't think I deserve to be, you know, getting beat up like this. So I have a lot of thinking to do.
Rebounding off the loss, he looked spectacular in a knockdown, drag-him-out war with Andre Berto and securing his first major title.
Berto staggered again. Straight left hand by Ortiz. And Berto does go down in the corner. This time, Andre Berto.
If the young warrior has any mental lapses during the bout, Ortiz will surely suffer. Coming from the streets and having his parents abandon him at a very young age, Ortiz has grown up quickly and has shown fortitude in life's previous battles. The young champion should use this as motivation to beat the heavily favored ringmaster.
He's a young man who was a champion by the mere fact that he made it out of high school.
Floyd's personal life has been mired in controversy. With 6 court cases pending, Pretty Boy has a lot on his plate outside of the ring. Case in point, the huge blowout he had with his father during their first weeks of training camp.
Yeah, he's the best. You're not even close to him. Not even close. Oh, Lord. You're not even close. Not even close. Tell me what champ you got right now. Tell me what champ you got right now. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you don't got none. Okay.
With a lot of boxing experts criticizing Mayweather over his opponents, these critics will have to take notice when he fights a legitimate contender in Ortiz. Granted, Floyd has never shown signs of mental fatigue during any fight. He will need to bring his all this Saturday night to beat the young, hungry fighter.
You line them up and I beat them. I ain't got to point them out. I ain't got to say their name. Who I put a massive ass whooping on. You put them in front of me and I'll beat them.
Both fighters bring a lot to the table, and their styles should make for a very exciting fight. The best defensive fighter to ever lace up a pair of gloves will go against an extremely aggressive and hard-punching fighter. Mayweather's ring IQ is much higher than Ortiz's. His ability to adapt during a fight is second to none. He does get criticized for not finishing fighters, but has proven in the ring that nobody can hold a candle to his skills.
Right into it. Bigger, quicker, better man, winning every exchange.
Pretty Boy has never shown signs of weakness inside the ring, and as 41 have tried, all 41 have failed.
He a good little fighter. All I gotta say is one thing. He put 41 in front of me. 41 came up short.
Ortiz does bring power and relentless pressure to the fight, which could pose problems for the Pretty Boy. Also standing as a southpaw has proven difficult for Floyd to deal with. However, Ortiz will need an era-defining performance to vanquish a fighter who has not lost for 16 years.
Boxing analyst Corey Erdman with me now. Corey, Mayweather has been accused of cherry-picking his way to the top of his career. Why do you think he is at the top of the welterweight division?
Well, Sarah, the cherry-picking is not really valid anymore because the 3 guys that are thrown out there as those who Mayweather ducked, well, we can conclusively say that he would have beaten all 3 of them. That's Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, and Paul Williams. All 3 of those guys have been exposed at one point or another in their career, and we can say that Floyd would have beaten all 3 of them. So Floyd Mayweather, he's the best welterweight in the world because of his skill set. He's athletically gifted. He's one of the hardest working athletes on the planet. He'll tell you himself. And really, he's a tough style matchup for absolutely anybody because he can negate anybody's powers.
With that being said, Corey, Ortiz is younger, he's bigger, and he's a southpaw, and we've seen Mayweather have some trouble with southpaws in the past. So what do you think Mayweather's game plan should be coming into this fight?
Well, if you're Floyd, you basically have to be yourself because Victor Ortiz will make the mistakes for you. He's tasted the mat before, he's very hittable, he doesn't move his head very much. So if you're Floyd, I mean, this is a counterpuncher's dream. That being said, if you're Victor Ortiz, you have to just try to throw as many punches as possible and make this fight about physicality. Throw those punches, get on the inside, and use your size as best as you can because you're not going to win a chess match against Floyd Mayweather.
Can Mayweather handle those shots from Ortiz? Because we saw him get hit by Mosley pretty hard. He did recover. Do you think he can do the same with Ortiz?
Yeah, not only against Mosley, but we saw him get rocked against DeMarcus Corley, who is a southpaw, and you alluded to that before. I think that Floyd can absolutely take Victor Ortiz's shots. I don't think that we can definitely say that Victor Ortiz has more power than Shane Mosley did. And what happened when Floyd got hit against Shane? He took the shot and he moved forward and he put the pressure on Shane. He did exactly what you would want. I think that Victor Ortiz absolutely has a puncher's chance, but I don't think that the power is something that Floyd is necessarily worrying about heading into Saturday.
Well, everybody knows Mayweather for his impeccable defense, his fast right hand. So does Ortiz even stand a chance against him?
Well, that fast right hand is going to be key for Floyd because that is a real danger for southpaws. I think that Victor Ortiz has a puncher's chance. I think maybe if they fought 100 times, he might win once or twice. But that fast right hand, the counter-punching ability that Floyd Mayweather has, combined with the hit ability of Victor Ortiz, is going to cause real problems for the vicious one. On top of that, Floyd throws such a great left hook, and Angelo Dundee always said the best way for a conventional fighter to hurt a southpaw is to throw that quick left hook. Victor's got to watch out for that, or he's going to be in real trouble.
Okay, so how do you see this fight ending, Corey?
I actually think that Floyd will stop Victor Ortiz. Now, a lot of people are predicting the decision because they think that Floyd's going to run. He's going to make it easy on himself. But Victor Ortiz is going to get hit with a lot of shots. He's going to eat a lot of leather, and I think that he is chinny enough for Floyd Mayweather, who doesn't have tremendous power at welterweight, to be able to get him out of there. I'm going to say that Floyd stops him within 10 rounds.
Undefeated 21-year-old Saul Canelo Alvarez will look to keep his WBC light middleweight title when he faces 30-year-old Alfonso Gomez. Both fighters won their most recent bouts by knockout over Ryan Rhodes and Calvin Green, respectively.
The cinnamon-haired warrior will take another step in securing himself a spot with the division's elite when he takes on super welterweight contender Alfonso Gomez. Alvarez is an aggressive fighter, but not reckless. Canelo likes to use his jab to open up other opportunities for him to throw tight, accurate combinations.
Alvarez targeting right-hand shots. How much punishment does Tony Weeks want to allow Jose Miguel Cotto to take?
The young Mexican's chin has never been tested, but uses his offense as defense. The challenger will try to move by slipping side to side, but he has also shown in past fights that he's capable of standing and banging in the middle of the ring. If Gomez decides to trade with Alvarez, Canelo will have plenty of opportunities to land some of his heavy shots.
Down goes Belvedere on a rocket left hook.
Gomez has never faced an opponent with such a variety of punches and ring smarts. Gomez is a boxer-puncher who uses well-rounded skills, relying heavily on his left hook and staying busy inside the ring.
In his 22, working extremely well in his first round.
Gomez's speed and determination will make the fight interesting, but must be able to handle Alvarez's power shots to pull off a monumental upset.
Vicious body shot from Alvarez on Hatton here in round 7.
Listen to this crowd lose it. Alvarez's fans want to cheer for him so bad.
Having been criticized by many for not facing top-tier opponents, the young Mexican will need to look spectacular on Saturday night. Canelo will have to perform at a very high level in order to show his fans that he is in fact the real deal and worthy of carrying a strap. For the 29-year-old Gomez, this is a make-or-break fight. If he shocks the world and upsets Alvarez, his stock will rise in the division, thus opening up bigger paydays against higher levels of competition. Can the 29-year-old Mexican take his younger countryman to school and teach him a few tricks? Or will the young gun show the older fighter that he is the top dog in Mexico?
Six-time champion Eric Morales will battle the undefeated Pablo Cesar Cano for the vacant WBC light welterweight title. Morales has only won 3 of his last 8 bouts, and Cano, who makes his American debut, has knocked out 17 of his 22 opponents. It's a battle on the Bayou. We're bringing you a preview of UFC Fight Night, so don't go anywhere.
You better tap out.
It's been almost 10 years since the UFC last held an event in Louisiana, and this weekend sees Jake Shields and Jake Ellenberger facing off in the main event at UFC's Fight Night in New Orleans. Former Strikeforce middleweight champion Jake Shields will take on Jake Ellenberger. Shields was on a 15-fight winning streak until welterweight champion George St. Pierre snapped it at UFC 129. Ellenberger has won 4 in a row, 3 of which have come by knockout.
He is a highly touted mixed martial artist who made a name for himself fluctuating between welterweight and middleweight, defeating some of the best fighters outside of the UFC.
Jake Shields has full mount now.
Jake Shields is putting it up. He's got it sunk in, gentlemen, and it's over.
And it's over. Jake Shields.
And still champion Jake Shields.
Capturing championships in Shudo, Elite XC, and Strikeforce, Jake Shields was a hot commodity in the combat sports world, thus becoming a major acquisition for the UFC just last year.
You know, I believe that this kid right now could come in and fight for the title.
Despite an uncharacteristic debut, Shields managed to earn his long-awaited UFC title shot. Unable to effectively impose his crafty ground game on the champion, the Cesar Gracie product did not walk away with the belt, and in the process he suffered his first loss in 15 fights. The 32-year-old returns to the cage to restart his climb toward the top, and his first challenge will be a stiff one as he takes on former NCAA Division II wrestler Jake Ellenberger.
It's going to be an all-out war, one I'm going to make you remember.
I'm ready to fight anybody.